So I catch her out there talking to him. So, I immediately lost it. Beat her. She said I beat her for 3 hours straight. I can't recall. I can't. I had her enough for about 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because like, why is you playing with me? You know what I'm saying? So now here it is. She done called the police. No, she ran out the house. I really let her go. She ran out the house. He ain't let me go. I treat them. Butt ass naked. Ran to the car. Jumped in the car. I fucked around, left the keys in the car. Went to the police station, butt ass naked. But booty ass naked. So boom. I get another car and go down that motherfucker with her. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I get down there. She sitting there goddamn at the red light. I had to stop. So when she was parked there, she seen me coming. So I seen the deputy, the sheriff, and shit, talking to her outside the police station. Talking to her, shit. So when I see their head turn, I know she hadn't told them. Hey, there you go right there. So they went to looking crazy. I still pulls up. You know what I'm saying? I still pulls up. He asking me what the fuck going on, this, that, the third. I told him, like, shit. We had the altercation, the fight, whatever it may be, and she done ran to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So he telling me, oh, can you pull over there in the parking lot so we can talk about this and get it together? Bitch, I'm a convict. I know what time it is. Skirt.
Because you in it with a good and a bad. You in it with a good and a bad. To death do you part. I know. I see you shaking your head over that, but you took that in your vows. So
bruh, okay,
when you identify that your wife really got a problem, you supposed to be man enough to push her.
No, hear me out. We're talking. Listen. You're right. When she has a problem, but when the problem is us fucking each other up and beating ass on one another, we finna ride this out.
You can lead a situation and still get her help from a distance.
Okay then. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. But so does that revolve?
You said you was gonna build your shed in the backyard.
Yeah. And then sometimes people just don't want to start over. You know what I'm saying? You don't been with a person so long. You know what I'm saying? You don't dealt with this person so long. You don't been through all this. You know what he do. You know what I'm saying? You know how you gonna react. You know you gonna get your ass.
It's that old saying: the devil you know is better than the devil unknown.
Are you looking for some home health care services for a loved one? We can help. House of Harmony and Helping Hands is a licensed professional nurse registry provider waiting to care for your loved ones at home. We are committed to providing superior services to our clients and their families. And for those with a caring heart, we are also hiring, so please come join our team. Please call us today at 813-336-1681. Home is where the heart is, and that's where the healing begins. So remember, House of Harmony and Helping Hands, helping families one hand at a time.
Last marriage, but I think I kind of got it right now.
My wife as an individual, myself as an individual. That way we can.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. Been together 20-some years and still learning each other.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, kings and queens? So, this is another edition, another episode of The Relapse. We here today, topic of today is toxic relationships. Would you know if you was in a toxic relationship? How do you get out of a toxic relationship if you were in a toxic relationship? Why do people stay in toxic relationships? These are the questions we got on the table for y'all. These are the questions we got on the table for each other. So I'm gonna bring my co-host in here, Mr. Fit by Faith and Bit No Filter, you feel me? And we're gonna try to break this thing down and see where we land with it, you feel me? But sit back, enjoy yourself. Come on in, fellas.
No filter, man. Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy Sunday. Let's get it on, man. Yeah, bruh. Man. We basically go talk about, you know what I'm saying, the Carr family, man, Dutchess, dior, and the Frenchman. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a big topic out there. Everybody done seen the videos. seen different live streams from her perspective and his perspective. You know what I'm saying? And them together. Toxic. I mean, what is toxic? I mean, why are we in the toxic relationship? When do we leave the toxic relationship? That's what we need to touch on today, man, and just kind of get some insight on that, and it probably can help somebody today.
Because clearly, like bro say, this seems like it's more. Hold on. We got somebody else in.
Hey, I ain't know if y'all got my text, man, but I got called in to work. I ain't want to jump in here and interrupt what y'all had going on, but y'all ain't respond to my text either.
Hold on, wait. Somebody got to turn their thing down.
Hey, me.
What you said?
Okay. You hear echo?
Hold on.
This bruh say, I ain't wanna.
Yeah, that's you echoing up.
Hey, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So,
yeah,
bruh say, I ain't want to interrupt what y'all had going because I got called into work. Then he called in and interrupted what we had going.
My bad. But
you good, bro? I'm just playing.
Like you said from the jump, we're everyday husbands that have a job. J-O-B.
J-O.
Yeah. Hey.
Word of the day is job.
Hey, I thought about what you said too, bro, because I had my whole uniform on because I'm ready to go. When I get to the job, you know, these boots gonna hit the ground and run.
Yeah.
But I had to take it because you were like, you know, you can't let too many people know what you got really going on.
Exactly.
Caught up in some situations. But this topic, though, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, bro. This topic hit home, bro. So that's why I couldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen the text I sent y'all, but all that's linked to what them folks got going on. And then it's linked to us because a lot of this trauma, we got it, but never dealt with it, never put a name on it because we weren't privileged to. We weren't privileged to call our situation PTSD. We weren't privileged to learn all these different syndromes. But we done been through it from birth. Our mamas beat us because of slavery. We was taught that in slavery. People walk out the church and go to the bathroom and put that one thing up to let master know they going to the bathroom. All that was taught from slavery, bro. Like, we still traumatized and don't know how to get any healing or afraid of getting healing because we don't want to seem weak. That's a sign of weakness. I ain't going to sit and pay no therapist my money. What fuck? But we actually need it. So you get these situations to where a brother been dealing with a woman, and from what I learned, that's his second marriage. So he dealt with the first one. He put her through whatever, she put him through whatever. Now you go get with a young chick that's raised by the internet. Internet raised that his wife. My condolences to the family and all, but she jumping on the internet about everything. Bro telling her about the private life because it seemed like he had a legit job and he did his thing on the side or whatever. He lived that life. So bro was really traumatized.
But let me ask you this, Fit. Why do people stay in a toxic relationship? Why do they stick around and just deal with it?
And after that, you answer that. When do you realize that you're in a toxic relationship?
So again, this is why I came at y'all with that from slavery, right? We was taught trauma bonds from slavery, right? Master whooped our ass. Our master had one of our family members that we trusted whoop our ass in front of us, right? To keep us under control, right? So then that got passed on. Mama whooped our ass, and as she whooped our ass, she told us she loved us the whole fucking time, right? Our daddy whooped our ass and told us he loved us the whole fucking time. That is called trauma bond, right? I had to look it up, but my homegirl been putting me on game because she going through therapy and stuff like that. So I've been learning, you know what I'm saying, through her. So my early morning workout sessions, we talk about a lot, and she put me on, and it's helping me through my life. But That is simply called trauma bonding. We've been taught this from early on. Again, it goes way back to slavery. So people think it's love, and we get caught up in what we think is love because mama did it to us or daddy did it to us. So then we get in a relationship and we go through the same thing that mama and daddy did to us. So why would I leave something? They love me. They beat me, but they provide for me. So where I'm going?
And where I'm more so hitting that, like, you know, when I say why do you stick around, it's different reasons. I know, you know, talking to some homeboys, you know, through my years, you know, different reasons. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna try to clean it up. The snapper might be good, you know what I'm saying, or it might be, you know what I'm saying, she let me do what I want to do. I mean, it could be a number of things, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to more hit at. Go ahead.
And then sometimes she know too much.
Now I can't figure out, like, damn, why the fuck I can't catch grip? So I went and got a reading. So the bitch read me, boom. The bitch told me a motherfucker in my wife, somebody in my wife's family got roots on me. They're praying on my brain. They praying on my downfall. They don't want to see me with shit. They playing with my finances and my money, goddamn blessings. So I asked her this, oh, it gotta be Miss Jennifer, it's gotta be my godmama, it's gotta be all this, you know what I'm saying? So she keep throwing out there, for her to keep always trying to throw it out there, oh, he broke. Bitch, you praying on it too. The fuck you talking about? You in with it.
What is it?
You praying on it too.
You said we witchcraft too.
Hey, what's your point?
What is this though?
What's your point? After all that,
you trying to put a love spell on me now. After
all that,
I got the photos to screenshot. Put a love spell on me too.
After all that,
yeah.
I went in there trying to get her. I went and called and paid the girl to get a reversal. I tried to get a reversal. So when I got them went to get the damn reversal and shit, you know what I'm saying? She got them be getting mad. Don't want me to do, oh, you ain't gonna do this and do that. What the fuck else I supposed to do? You cry, complain about me being broke, but you don't want me to goddamn get right. I ain't never been no broke nigga. I always got money. When I met you, bitch, I had money. You see what I'm saying? As soon as this hoe came in my life, everything went down here.
Exactly. Yeah. And then sometimes people just don't want to start over. You know what I'm saying? You don't been with a person so long. You know what I'm saying? You don't dealt with this person so long. You don't been through all this. You know what they do. You know what I'm saying? You know how you gonna react. You know you're gonna get your ass.
It's that old saying, the devil you know is better than the devil unknown.
Exactly.
And a lot of it too, they be really in their mind thinking they finna change that person. That they can fix that. That they can fix that person. You can't. What I think I had to learn, you cannot fix anybody. It's hard enough trying to fix yourself. You cannot fix another human being. If another human being has to fix themselves to bring, and they have to present themselves to and bring themselves to the table, as you know. And that's I think a lot of the issue is, bro. I really do.
Yeah.
But so now my question, at what point do you realize, okay, because you know, I think it's one of those things that creeps up on you. And now my question is, when do you realize you're in a toxic relationship? Because you know, things start slow. Sometimes people just come out the gate beating ass. You feel me? As we seen dude on the video, he had been putting hands on girl for a minute. Cause he was saying, nah, I beat your ass. And she's saying that, talking about, no, fight me head up. And he telling her, you know what I mean? Like I beat your ass head up or not. Like, so, and I know sometimes things start off slow, but at the same time, some people come in there with guns blazing. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, what's the signs of that? Like, you starting off on arguments, you know what I mean?
The signs are there. They're clear. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to write it down in sand to know to see the signs. The signs are there. It just, you as an individual ignore the signs.
Yeah.
Because like you said earlier, you think you're gonna fix that person. You think you can change that person. So they go, you know what I'm saying? They ignore the signs. The signs are there. Trust me. If a joker get up and just punch in your head, you know what I'm saying, just when you saying good morning and you still, oh baby, you love me, you know what I'm saying? Some some people feel like they love like that by getting whooped on. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I don't want nobody whooping on me. You know what I'm saying? I just and I was raised different to not put my hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I tell, you know what I'm saying? Like I joke with my wife. I'm like, if you hit me, don't hit me in my face, because I might have a reaction. So don't hit me in my face. Just hit me anywhere else. Don't hit me in my face. That's just all a little joke between us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but I was raised different, not to put my hands on a woman. So.
Nah, I ain't gonna even lie. My mama told me don't hit no woman. Point to where you know you gotta protect yourself. She said, slam their ass, put their ass on the ground and get your ass up out of there.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. I mean, I tell my son,
get your ass up on out of there.
Don't sit there and take don't sit there and take no lick, man. You know what I'm saying? This split testing, you react. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know what I'm saying? Try not to hit her with a closed fist. That's
right.
And two, like, and I was
thinking like just get them up off you and get out of there. Get to safety.
Yeah. And sometimes, bro, like, that's why I said, I was alluding to earlier, sometimes it starts off slow. It go from, you know, hitting and playing and shit like that. And then that shit will quickly evolve to where before you know it, you mad, you feel me? You know, it's like, that person be, you have been in a relationship and that person, first thing they want to do is play fight. You get what I'm saying? I've been in that shit. A person want to play fight. And then after a while, you be like, all right, man, look, stop. I ain't trying to. And then you have to like really, before you know you're in the mode, like, man, look, stop. And then the next time and then you play fight or y'all still, and then things get a little bit too physical because we are men. You get what I'm saying? And next thing you know, oh, that really hurt and all this. Like, look, man, that's what I even been there. I had like, look, we ain't doing this shit no more. We ain't doing this shit no more because now I'm finding myself getting upset and I'm about ready to lay your ass out for real. You feel me? But that's when I was just like, did it ever get to that? No. You get what I'm saying? But I seen signs of things starting off real subtle. You get what I'm saying? And then he's starting to evolve. It wasn't fast, but it slowly. You get what I'm saying? But after a while, it was like, yeah, you could tell me personally, I could tell the difference in myself that was starting to grow.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the signs are there. There's people just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? It starts out with the verbals. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Then it start out with, you know what I'm saying, just you might stay out all night. You know what I'm saying? Just disrespecting your home or your place, wherever. You know what I'm saying? They go disrespect it totally. And then the physical part come in. You know what I'm saying? You go out there or they come to you when you out there chilling with your girls or your homeboys showing out. You know what I'm saying? The signs are there. It's just based on the person they want to deal with it. They think they could change that person, and that's not the case. 90% of the time, that's not the case. You might could change the 10%, but the 90% you're not.
Yeah, and something significant you said. I think Filter or Faith, one of y'all said that people start to look at that shit as love.
Yeah.
You feel me? People, I think that's what I noticed as a big case of it. People tend to start looking at that shit as love, bro. You know what I mean? If they didn't love me, they wouldn't be doing this and all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't care, they wouldn't be. And to a certain extent, that can be true. But that does, like, okay, for me, I'm the type of person, I'm not finna sit there and argue with somebody that I'm not interested or invested in. You feel me? To that relationship whatsoever. But that's still a fine line between that and going on the toxic level, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't argue much with people anyways. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit, just like I've seen too much and been through too much. You know what I mean? But I will, I know, like, even with my wife, we have a disagreement and I'll find myself getting emotionally charged. But that's because I'm invested in this marriage. You get what I'm saying? If I didn't give a damn, it's easy for me to just blow that shit off and whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's that. But it's a line. It's not even a fine line. It's a strong line in between.
But that's what I wanted to say too about especially y'all in y'all situation, right? It takes time to develop that that strength, that mental, that physical. It takes time to develop that, right? Most of us, and I put myself in this category, most of us jump from one relationship to the next not identifying or getting the healing, and we jump in one toxic situation to the next. And like bruh said, like Mr. Filter said, we don't really identify or pay attention to, well, damn, that's the same red flag I just left. That's the same red flag I just left. And for instance, I know a few young ladies, they felt unsafe in one situation, and somebody was playing safe over here, was giving them everything they wanted, and was the same, put them in the same situation they left once they got them comfortable. So again, with most women that I've dealt with or have relationship with currently, after talking to them and trying to learn about these traumas and things like that, most of them are just looking for safety. Most of them are. They're looking for safety in the man. And then it goes back to us as black men. A lot of us are not stepping up to the plate like we're supposed to make them feel protected and provided for. You know, we going off trying to take advantage of them and using them more so than being the man that we should be for ourselves, and then that they need us to be. So then that they trust us and we can take our rightful place. Like, but it's crazy. When you really start studying history, bro, all our problems really stem from slavery. They still blame us from us being kidnapped, you know, are sold into slavery, them coming over here, and them it was treated.
It did. It was mental warfare with that. It was a mental warfare. It messed them up. It's okay. Once I learned that trauma gets passed down in your DNA.
Right.
So with that being said, so when do you get out the toxic relationship? I know in our vows it say the last vow is until death do us part. We gotta wait till we kill each other to, you know what I'm saying, get out this toxic relationship. I mean,
I ain't gonna need to lie to you. I believe that. I stand on that. It's because you in it with a good and a bad. You in it with a good and a bad. To death do you part. I know. I see you shaking your head over that, but you took that in your vows. So,
bruh, okay.
When you identify that your wife really got a problem, you supposed to be man enough to push her.
No, hear me out. We're talking. Listen. You're right. When she has a problem, but when the problem is us fucking each other up and beating ass on one another, we finna ride this out.
You can lead a situation and still get her help from a distance.
Okay then. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. But so does that revolve? So does that revolve?
Your shed in the backyard.
Once that thing get built out there in that back, this y'all house. That's that's okay. So she just cool.
Therapy.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So let's just say, okay, like everybody got firearm in the house, right?
Right.
Okay. 7 of them. Okay, so this shit toxic, right? And where you talking about this motherfucker you got guns out and you sleep. You finna I'm just go out here through the shed.
Yeah. Because
bro, you can still, if that's the case, you can still be, look, you can still be, listen, you can still, hold on, you can still be in the, you can still be in this, you can still be in this relationship, you can still be in this relationship and then be separated and then seek the help. You don't have to be at this house if that's a damn danger.
Right, but you ain't gonna, I'm not separating my marriage though. I'm not getting no
okay, that's different. That's different. That's different.
So bro was saying, how far do you go? I'm locked in.
We locked in, but you gonna have to make a, like I said, you gonna have to make a, but look, you ain't gotta do what you do what you want to do. You better make an audible.
But that's the thing. You can go to your mama house. She come shoot up your mama house because she really wants you. It's still dead. Well, it don't really matter where you go, bro. If it's your time and if somebody messed up like that, bro, it's your time.
Correct. At least make it put some roadblocks in the middle. Don't make it damn easy. When you still laying in the, you just turn over in the, you ain't even got to get out of the bed. She just poking, man. But damn, you just gonna give it. You just gonna give it a body like that.
I to look at that infidelity disorder, bro. It's real. It make people do stuff like that. Look it up though, bro. But I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, man.
All right, he want to come in here and throw some wrenches and then haul ass, bro. Look at it.
Hey, he had a good point. I mean, both of y'all, I understood both of y'all points, but like I said, that last vow to death.
And let's be real, and see, and that's where I wanted him to stay in too, because at the same time, we say this vow, right? Death do us part, but does and we're going this off that's pretty much based off the Bible, correct?
Yes.
But at the same time, why does it give grounds for divorce for under certain things? This is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Because hear me out. Adultery and all that, it gives you ground for divorce.
Yeah.
It gives you ground. So where's that? So what does that death? That's why I said we got to take this slow. For me, what does that death do us part really mean?
Listen, I guess when you live out to your last days and that's it, then your marriage is null and void.
Not saying you can just up and get divorced here and hear everything like that. We're not saying that. Yeah. We're not saying you just she's burning out.
As I recall, I think the Bible is against divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like to a certain
degree. It is to a certain degree up until those couple scenarios.
Yeah.
So there we go. This is what I'm saying. And I'm just, and I get what people saying. Trust me, I get that. Like you say, your time to go, and all that. But me personally, I wouldn't just sometimes you got to use, here we go talking about discernment. You got to know, you got to be smart. You feel me? I understand scripture and all that, but let's be smart, man. Because if we apply scripture to every damn thing, bro, we'll still probably be riding on horses and damn donkeys. You feel what I'm So, you have to, I think it evolves. You know what I mean? You have to use.
The topic is basically about toxic relationship.
Correct.
I didn't say toxic marriage. I said toxic relationship. So
there we go.
That means you don't have to be married. So if you just stand in that toxic relationship in your ass whoop, you're a dummy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call it is what it is. If I disrespect anybody on the platform, it is what it is. That's why I'm missing no filter. I'm just you a fucking dummy. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period.
And that's your fault for not vetting it. This is why I say people. It starts at the beginning because you need to know. First off, that's why I think self-care is very important. Yeah. Like he did make a good point. You get out of one relationship or bad or toxic relationship, get into another. Well, I think the relationship ain't got to be toxic. A lot of people just going from relationship to relationship to relationship. Damn the toxicity of it. You feel what I'm saying? They're not even figuring out who they are. What went wrong, regardless if it was toxic or not. You feel me? What went wrong? Why didn't that work? What's that me? What did I do? We be so quick to point at the other damn person. But instead of taking some self-accountability, all right, what did I do? Even though, let's just say it was the other person did cause 90% of that shit. You played a 10% part in that.
Exactly.
Damn, what was your 10% that you played in that? How did that go?
Like this one comedian say, you know what I'm saying? They talking about, men ain't shit. Well, it's something about you attracting ain't shit ass men. So
like for real, that show you got some shit in you.
I mean, it's so you gotta check. Like I said, like I said before, you gotta check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And go from there. But like I say, when is enough is enough. I mean, you go wait till you nigga did. You know what I'm saying? He do you in, or you know what I'm saying? That woman do you in. When is enough?
And two, hell, before even leaving, when is enough to seek counseling?
Yeah.
You feel me? Before we talking about the end game is sliding. You feel me? But it steps up into the end. When is enough to when you know we need help? You feel me? And then even after you probably seek help, when after that, and it's still things are still happening, when is enough to take the next step? Maybe that's leaving or whatever. You feel me? Maybe that's separating.
Yeah, we have to like your bro, like bro said earlier, you know what I'm saying? The PTSDs, the CTEs, all this stuff that they label, you know what I'm saying, people to have mental disorders, you know what I'm saying? It's all in play. You know what I'm saying? That shit real. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to know the person. You got to know what you're dealing with. If you know he'll get a look, he nutty, you know what I'm saying? He go, you know what I'm saying? Don't try him. Don't take him to that point. Like in this situation here that we were talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying, with the Carr family, she was, you know what I'm saying, and no disrespect to the families, but it was almost like she was antagonizing. You know what I'm saying? He was saying whatever. She just should let the man say whatever he wanted to say on his live, because it is his phone, it is his live. He could have said whatever. Let him say whatever and be done with it. Then go on your live and you recant the story. That's all it could have been. And both of them would still probably be alive today.
Facts. I agree. But like I said, that's why I said earlier, talking about that situation with those two specifically.
He was in the background like a parrot on the shoulder. Every time he say something.
And then you know she got on the phone with somebody else.
Me at my time had that pressure having you thinking it gotta be a spill.
That's a girl or boy? A girl. She wants some dick too. So get some. Wait, what you say? Get some.
Hell yeah, puppy dog. Hell yeah, puppy dog. Yeah, these are factual.
That pussy gotta be good. It's fine, baby.
These are done. I mean, what the hell this got to do with what the fuck I just said about the pussy being good?
It is. Cause it got you going crazy. Crazy. A whole nigga going live. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Insane. They got 193 likes.
You're a whole girl in the goddamn background. Got goddamn dismissed from the goddamn army for goddamn a DUI. Bitch, you is invalid.
So, and she got your way. She get paid every month for
She's invalid. She's invalid. She's invalid. If she could keep her oath with the army, bitch, she's not valid. She's not valid. She be having to have shit like that. Hoes in the background. Hoes justified. Hoes justified. Hoes justified. Hoes justified. Goddamn the fuck shit she on, cause they all hoes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she mad. She mad. Listen to her. Listen to her. She mad. Listen. Listen to her. She mad. She mad. Listen to her. She mad. She mad. Hey, she mad.
Yeah. And that was that. There we go again, bro. Like we be, yeah. She had a homegirl in the ear, you know what I mean? And exactly. And then it was, you could tell it was toxic for a while, because bro was like, from what the words that were coming out of both of their mouth.
Yeah.
And this is a woman talking about, you gonna beat me head up. What? This is a female, but think about that. Now he wrong. He dead ass wrong for putting hands on her. But what type of mental capacity is she in? A female talking to a man. You want head up.
And you downing him on live. Like, nigga, I can whoop you. I would have whooped you if I wasn't pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, man. It is what it is. And I know a couple females that can get down with some men. I remember one out the hood specifically that I seen go toe to toe with some men, and then put them paws on them men. You feel me? But my thing is, like I said, I don't believe in hitting a woman, but if you come at me like a man, I'm gonna treat you like one.
Yeah.
That is my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in. I'm gonna try to walk away from you, but if you come at me like a man, I'm gonna treat you like one.
Cause at the end of the day, I ain't
gonna let you get no brownie points on me.
You hear me? And I know I show respect. I go out my way to show respect to everybody.
Exactly.
I go out my way, especially even more so females. You feel me? Like, because they're a counterpart. You did, like, not even just talking about your spouse or your girlfriend, just a female in general. They're the counterpart to a man. You know, they're supposed to be the more sensitive vessel to the man, you know what I mean?
But like I said earlier in our earlier podcast, you know what I'm saying, they try to be like men now.
Yep.
So they got this strong mentality that they've been groomed in and thinking they just like a man when it comes to certain things. So it is what it is.
And these men are acting more and more sensitive like females.
Yeah.
Things are really out of whack, bro. Things are really out of whack. And we're seeing the results.
They need to bring back the slow music, go in the club with slow music and stop playing all this crunk and shooting in the head and all that. Just play some slow music so you can get back to putting their attention on the woman.
Intimacy.
They now they go to the club, they looking at another dude, like trying to see what the other dude got on, the biggest chain and what he wearing, and you know what I'm saying, how much money he's spending. You know what I'm saying? He worried about it. Dudes that are worried about, like in the old days, we used to go to the club to try to get the females' numbers. I walk in there with a pen
number,
and
try to let one grind on you. Now these cats standing up looking who they finna rob. It's crazy. There ain't nobody dancing. You know, I ain't been to no club in a while.
They homeboys, they can't go to the bathroom out their homeboy, man. This it'll change, man.
These boy, what they say these white,
but the men do that now.
Yeah, yep. So man, look. In closing, you got anything, bro?
I'm good, man. I feel good about this topic, man.
this I think this one gonna be good.
A lot of this in my time. I don't see some toxic. I don't have some toxic, but you know what I'm saying. I got away from it.
Yeah,
I know me. You know what I'm saying. I'm like, what situation would have been turned out good for either party. So
yeah,
I walked away, and luckily I had my dad in my life at that time, and he told me, "Hey, man, let's get up out of there." I had somebody to talk to. That's the most important. You got to have somebody that you can at least reach out and say, "Hey, man, what you think about this?" And they need to tell you what you need to hear versus what you want to hear.
Yeah,
and that's what he did for me. So, hey, everybody go through it. I'm human. Y'all human. Hey, It is what it is.
And real quick word of advice to y'all: the reason if you get out of one topic, if you people listen, if you get out of one toxic relationship, the next it's a good, I want to say this is my stats. It's a good 75 to 80% chance that you're gonna walk right into the next one. Because why? Because people have types. You feel what I'm saying? People have types. It might be a different race person. They might be a different hue, different color, different hair, and and especially with women, they have a thing. Well, nah, the last dude I had was black. Or he was you were like, no, but it's still the same man. You feel what I'm saying? How women go from one dope boy to the next dope boy. It's the type of spirit, the type of character that I'm talking about.
Exactly.
It's the type of character. Y'all, women, men too. Because I see that a lot with, even more so lately with dudes. They get out of one thing and then, they end up with the same type of person. They look different, whatever, but the same type of person. It's the spirit. You're attracted to something you're attracted to that first toxic person for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Or
when you should have learned your lesson. Yep. So you should take all those lessons that you already know, that you experienced in life, and try to find something a little bit better. It ain't gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be, you at least find something a little bit better. Minus the ass and minus the, the mental, the mental the verbal disrespect, the mental disrespect, all that. You can find something better from the last relationship.
But it starts with you. It starts with us as individuals. Check yourself. Simple as that. Check yourself. Know thyself, man. And that being said, we're gonna close this one out. Short, sweet, to the punch. We're gonna see if we can get this one out sooner. I think this one gonna be a good one. You feel me? This gonna be a good one. Big homie, no filter. You good?
I'm good, man. I want to say peace and blessings to everybody. Like I say, check yourself, know yourself, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And learn, man. I mean, we not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I think some of the things y'all can probably relate to in life. But just take those words of encouragement.
Yes, sir. And we got the relapse.
Being a man has to be one of the most difficult things in this world, because when I hear some of the requests that women have and how they can contradict themselves, I get confused. It's like, I don't need you to be too sensitive, but how dare you not share your feelings and your emotions with me? I need you to be a good leader, but understand that I won't be following you and I won't be listening to you, and you can't lead me anywhere. But be a good leader. Be strong and show a level of vulnerability, but not too much, because then strength and vulnerability cannot coexist together, because now I'm going to think that you weak. I want you to be truthful and honest, but not too truthful to where you telling me the truth about me, and now I got to feel some type of way towards you, because you're supposed to to be on my side at all points in times. Read my mind, but don't you dare assume that you know what I'm thinking. Meet my needs, even though I'm not going to tell you what my needs are all the time, but I expect for you to just know somehow. Be financially stable, but make sure you have a whole bunch of time, even though it takes time to make money. Now, when you hear some of these requests out loud and you see how they contradict themselves, don't it sound silly?